Two very important things made me want to record this video. One, there is another surge of the coronavirus happening across the world. And two, I watched a video recently that was basically titled "Introverts are suffering more than extroverts during the pandemic." And when I watched it, listen, I could relate so much to it because the guy was basically saying, hey, we don't like those stupid Zoom happy hours. We're not doing it. So if introverts who are stuck at home because safer at home, I shouldn't do that, right? Because safer at home, because lockdowns across the place, we are not interacting with as many people as we should. And contrary to popular belief, introverts are not antisocial. We're not antisocial. We just get more of our energy from being alone. Doesn't mean that we don't want social interaction. All humans are social beings, but we all have our own meter. Introverts, there is a limit to the amount of social interaction that you can take at any given moment, but you still need social interaction. And in another video I did, which said Jordan Peterson can save you from COVID-19. The whole point of that video was you have a purpose in this life, find your purpose, find your meaning in life so that you are not overrun with feelings of depression, anxiety, hopelessness, feeling like there's no point to your existence. Look at what has happened in 2020. So much of everything has changed. My son was doing virtual school like many across the nation. A lot of private schools went back to school, but we know that they have more resources to exact the social distancing. They have smaller class sizes already to begin with, so they have a more controlled environment. Okay. I was one of those parents who signed up from the very beginning to send my son back to in-person school. And when they said they were not doing it, I was like, like I said in my other video, the worst is yet to come. Apart from, people don't even know like all of the long-term physical effects of this virus. There are emotional and psychological problems that are still to come. So my son is an introvert, which means he likes relaxing by himself, reading by himself, playing video games by himself. He is very resistant to talking to folks on the phone. He's much more likely to have a great long conversation with you if you are in person, which means the Zooms were not happening. The FaceTimes were a struggle. And my little human started getting in his feelings, irritable, snappy, like talking about, the despair of the world and all that's happening, which is not really like him. His school opened back up recently, and it's been 1 week. It's been 1 week, and they're closed on Wednesdays. Like, at the end of this video, if you care, you can stick around for like all the changes that they've made. It's been 1 week, and the boy has been the happiest he's been in the last 3 months. Why? Why do you think? Because even though they're probably at less than 50% capacity, I want to say maybe 40% of students went back to school, he is having regular social interactions. What time do you think my child was getting up in the morning when there was no school in the morning? School for him started at 12. Virtual school started at 12, ended at 4. What time do you think he was getting up? He's 13. School, in-person school, starts at 9. He has to be at the bus stop at 8:30 in the morning. So we're getting up earlier. We're getting a good night's sleep. We're not oversleeping. We're not undersleeping. We're having the social interactions with peers. We're having to greet adults. We have to talk to people. Social interaction, and he is the happiest he's ever been, I'm telling you. So I guess I have to clarify this. I think everyone is making the best decision for themselves, for their families. Some people have gone to homeschooling. Some people are still doing virtual. I made the decision for what works best for me because it's just me and my son. I don't come into contact with a lot of high risk folks, populations. We do all the social distancing, mask wearing when we go out, and it's very low risk. So for me, the decision to put him back in school meant that there were significantly more benefits to him interacting with people than there was him contracting the virus. Because even if he contracted it, I mean, he's a very healthy kid. I don't even have a thermometer here in my house. I don't even have a real medicine cabinet. We don't get sick. And if he did, he probably wouldn't have any symptoms. It's unlikely that he would pass it to me. A child coughed on me last year when I got the cold for 3 days. And he didn't get it. Because, I mean, we're pretty cleanly also. So that also, like, the whole routine. Come home, mask off, wash your, change your clothes. These things we had in place before Corona. So even if I did get it, I'm very sure, maybe I've had it before, whatever. I'm one of those people who wouldn't have any symptoms. Very low risk. We just had very low risk. So in the risks of whatever decision you're making, I want you to remember the introverts in your life and maybe try to do something in person. I know we're all doing the social distancing, but one of the things I'm saying right now to people who are still in fear and not wanting to do anything because they're waiting for this to go away, it's not going away. It's been 8 months? It's not going away. I'm a little too passionate about this. What I am doing, right? And maybe part of this is I'm not high risk at all, but I really want you to consider that if it's not going away, what do you want the quality of your life to be? Because anything that I say on my channel, I do not think it's a good idea to live for the future, right? Some people live until they don't live until they graduate. I'm not going to do this until I get married. And that time often doesn't come in a timely manner. And what you end up doing is losing the being present in your life in this moment. We have to keep living because tomorrow is not promised. All the things that were killing people before COVID-19 struck are still killing people. People are still getting in car accidents. They are still dying from heart attacks. So I have a whole ideas for video on eating healthy and exercising. What you need to do is really think about what is the quality of my life going to be if I continue to sequester myself away at home and not interact with people. Just think about that because you need, especially for introvert, those stupid Zoom happy hours. I hate those Zooms. The only Zoom I liked was one where we were talking about plants. That's the only one I liked. I hated everything else. I'm the hopper offer after 10 minutes. I didn't like it. I'm just saying. Think about what works best for you. Okay? And that's it. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like this video, share it with somebody who's an introvert, maybe. And then let me tell you about what's happening at my son's school. So everyone is doing things differently. We live in Cobb County. He's a middle schooler. So they had a tiered approach. They had elementary schools go back first. And then was it a week or two later, middle schools went back. And then high schoolers are going back a week after. What day is it? No, I lied. High schoolers are going back sometime in November. So I think there's a 2-week interval between, 2 or 3 weeks between all the big chunks of students going back. I think having a tiered model like that makes sense. I know I've heard the feedback of some people saying, well, this is the worst time to do it because flu season, because COVID-19 cases are rising. I say do it because my son needs to go back to school. My son needs the interaction. So I'm not afraid of the numbers rising. I think, the combination of things, the debt toll, all of that stuff, real, very real. My heart goes out to everyone who's lost someone during this time. It's very difficult. I just had to make the best decision for my family. So his school, like I said before, it's at like 40% capacity, 45 maybe, and they wear a mask on the bus. From what my son has detailed, they sound like they're social distancing on the bus. They're also social distancing in the classroom. The students are not going into the cafeteria to stay and eat. They have to go back to their classrooms to eat, which is really the only time they take off their mask. Some teachers are, and not even just for gym, some teachers are taking students outside to teach, to talk. The washing of the hands, the hand sanitizers, all of that is happening. And so right now the schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the school is closed for a deep cleaning, they say, deep cleaning, and then Thursday and Friday. I had a teacher conference with my son's homeroom teacher who said he does not think they're going to be extending the school year. I just really respect every single teacher who has participated in this. I know some are, well, most are wearing masks and some are alternating between the mask and the face shields. My mother is a school teacher and she teaches young kids, like second graders, and the face shield is what she prefers. Parents might feel differently about that, but a reminder that the mask doesn't really stop you from getting it. It just prevents someone else from transmitting it, really is what it is. I think people are doing the best they can in this time, which is, we don't really know what we're doing, but we're using the information that we have to make the best decisions. And so there you have it. If you have any specific questions that I may have forgot to share about something, about the school, I know things are different everywhere, go ahead and leave a comment and I will be sure to answer it. Thank you for watching. Spirit Soul Sense. So, what to do now? Oh God. I don't know. Go home.